Peace be upon you. The Watangiyya have strange and amazing hearts. Yes, they are considered among the worst and most wicked of hearts, but they are rare and unique hearts. Even in their wickedness, they are unique. The term Watangiyya exists. You can see its limits during the time of the Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, and even before the time of the Messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, in the sense of tribal fanaticism, racism, and fanaticism for a group. It's like they blended all these things and created the Watangiyya. But there's a big difference between defending your country and being a Watangi. That's why I classify, for example, the Watangiyya along with feminism and masculinity. Why? Feminism sees the man as her number one enemy, that he has to be under her control, that she is the oppressed one, and that the big monster is the man. Masculinity, on the other hand, sees that the woman must be a servant under him and that he can control her however he wants. Now, each one has made an enemy for themselves. The Watani sees all people as two groups, either from his own nationality or the opposite nationality. That's all. The Egyptian Watani sees anyone else Egyptian as a friend, regardless of other factors. However, non-Egyptians are considered enemies, even if they are Watani. Similarly, the Saudi Watani divides people into only two groups, Saudi and non-Saudi. That's why now you find accounts on Twitter, and mostly on Twitter and Instagram. His entire account focuses on Fad al-Masri, posting things like, "I hate Egyptians." If you hate Egyptians, why dedicate your account to them? It doesn't make sense. Anything, even if it's simple, he turns it into a war and makes people seem divided as if the whole world is against the Egyptians. And now you find another account, for example, "I hate Saudis." He divides the whole world into two groups. One neutral group that sides with him, and the other group is the Saudis. Now, the enemy is the Saudis. That's how these groups are. Many are on Twitter, with some saying, "I hate all Egyptians," all of them. Hey man, do you see any Egyptians among them? The second person expresses hatred towards all Yemenis and Saudis. Okay, there are Saudis who have good manners and are Muslims just like you. The only difference between you and them is nationality. I mean, your father could be Saudi and your mother could be Egyptian. And you could turn out, however. But how do these accounts twist the topic and go crazy? For example, they tell you, we are defending the country. You know that with this kind of defense, they actually harm the country even more. You see, their defense is with anger. Let me give you an example about Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is now trying to build good relations with all countries, improve its relationship with this country, cooperate with that country and with that people, and cooperate here and there. This person ruins everything by making Egyptians, Syrians, and Palestinians his enemies simply because they are not Saudis. Listen, my friend, defending your country this way actually causes harm. Your thinking is foolish. Just leave me alone. Let me tell you a story about a man who saw one of the companions with a young boy. Both of them were dressed in the finest clothes, meaning this companion was wearing luxurious clothes and the boy with him was also wearing luxurious clothes. So this situation was surprising. Usually when there's a wealthy person and he has one of the workers or someone like that with him, they don't wear the same clothes, even if there's just a slight difference. And that's what we noticed. So they said this situation is strange in the context of the story. So this companion said to him, "One day during the time of the messenger, peace be upon him, I insulted one of the companions by his mother. It was like I said to him, 'Oh, son of the black woman,' or something like that. So the messenger, peace be upon him, came and said to me, 'You insulted him by his mother. You are a man in whom there is ignorance.' After that, this companion started wearing the same clothes as his servant." Some nationalism, my brother, really makes people laugh. Honestly. You might even insult his Lord and his religion and the prophets, and he might play games and watch movies and series that are full of insults and slander against the mothers of the believers. Insults to the religion and great contempt for the Islamic faith. He doesn't say a single word, nothing at all. In fact, he might even encourage you to make this kind of content without saying anything, but just make one mistake against his country and oh.
Bentrop, the foreign minister, tried to convince these people to change their opinion, but these people declared war on the United States.
But his defense, this is what we found about God, about Islam, about religion, and about the prophets. So the right of the creation, according to him, is much greater than the right of the creator. That's because I would ask the same from anyone. My brother, if you follow the defense, defend intelligently, defend with facts and real matters. Who could object to you? Are you defending the wrongdoer? That's wrong, my brother. Honestly, you will look bad. I think even if you are a student, the mirror would be ashamed of your face. Should we take Saudi Arabia, with the largest percentage of Muslims relative to its population, as an example? I would say Saudi Arabia maybe, then Libya and Algeria, maybe Mauritania, maybe other regions. That's what I can tell you now. Check the statistics for the number of Muslims on Wikipedia, for example. You might find that in some countries, the percentage of Muslims is 100%, but you don't see among them Sufi polytheists, and among them are Shia, and some of them are Christians. This percentage, you see, is it logical? 100%? I'm telling you, based on tangible experience, that Saudi Arabia ranks first in terms of percentage. While other countries may be close, I see Saudi Arabia as being in the top rank because that's the reality. Saudi Arabia exports the most scholars and students of knowledge, particularly in Islamic law, which is the largest and most trusted field in the country. It has the most Islamic law schools and students. Saudi Arabia is also one of the strongest defenders of Muslims and Islam, taking firm stances. Many other countries also defend Islam and Muslims. About these things I mentioned, they are facts. You can talk about your country like that, that's fine. But bring it up with something real, something factual, that's it. As for nationalism, I expect that they would say, that's it, paradise is ours. For example, a Saudi nationalist would come and say, well, paradise is only for Saudis, or paradise is only for Egyptians. Based on his words, actions, tweets, and statements, it seems he considers anyone not of his nationality to be a disbeliever. On the day of judgment, God won't ask you, are you Saudi, Yemeni, or Egyptian? He won't ask you that question. He'll ask you about your monotheism, about your worship, about your prayers. On Judgment Day, one will first be questioned about their prayer. In the grave, the angels won't ask about your nationality, whether you're Saudi, Egyptian, Yemeni, or Iraqi. In the grave, you will be asked about your Lord, religion, and the prophet sent among you. Have you forgotten these crucial questions? Will you disregard them upon entering the grave? We're finished. Accounts expressing hatred towards Egyptians, Saudis, or Yemenis are concerning. Do you see that this causes discord between peoples and Muslims? And some people honestly have no idea, they're just naive. For example, they follow these accounts and encourage them, and honestly they're happy and they feel like they're defending their country. You don't know who's naive, whether it's us or the ones who made these accounts. And most of these accounts you'll see aren't even Saudis, and they're not really Egyptians either. You might find, for example, a Jew from who knows which country, and he's not even a Muslim to begin with, and he's not even inside the country, and he's the one stirring up discord. Some people believe it. We all agree the devil is wicked, right? And we also agree that he's actually smart. He's not stupid. For thousands of years, he's practiced whispering and tempting. He won't approach you foolishly. He must do it cleverly. So do you think this division of countries helped the devil, whether by whispering to people who divided these countries or not? Do you think this division really helped to separate Muslims from each other? For instance, I'm in Saudi Arabia, and someone else is just a meter away across the border. Despite our closeness, an imaginary line divides us. Here, our brotherhood and shared Islamic faith matter most. However, this arbitrary border separates you from me. We are Muslims, man. Even the Jews and Christians in Europe, despite existing borders, they all unite against us Muslims. I wish nationalists, those with ignorant tribal pride, and anyone with tribalism or sectarianism would listen to this verse, and maybe it will calm you down. O people, we created you from a male and a female, and made you into nations and tribes, so that you may know one another. The most honorable of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you. Two people from Tangier are hostile to each other, saying they can't get along because they're from the same country. Everyone has their own language and color to know one another, cooperate and advise each other. Someone who advises you is not your enemy. The messenger, peace and blessings be upon him, said, there is no superiority of an Arab over a non-Arab, nor of a non-Arab over an Arab, nor of a red-skinned person over a black-skinned person, nor of a black-skinned person over a red-skinned person, except by righteousness. The most honorable of you in the sight of Allah is the most righteous of you. It doesn't matter what your appearance, color, height, or weight is. All of that doesn't matter. The righteousness in your heart is the true standard. And now there's a new trend. By God, this Palestinian insulted me, and I swear I'll go insult him and insult all of Palestine. That's why what I'm saying, for example, is that I never want you to be proud of your nationality or to be proud of it anywhere at all. So is your main reason for being proud Islam? Are you even a Muslim? Where did I say I'm a Muslim? When did I say I'm a Muslim? This is the one thing I take pride in front of everyone. So is it part of religion to defend your country? Yes, it's part of religion to defend your country. You're Saudi, so it's part of religion to defend Saudi Arabia. But defend with justice, don't oppress, don't spread evil, and don't support what's wrong. It doesn't work. Someone from your tribe is disobedient, an adulterer, drunk, and a thief, yet you claim they're the best person simply because they're from your tribe. Why? The words you referenced may displease nationalists, some secularists, and submissive individuals. Do you belong to one of these groups? The words we're about to say now, you probably won't like them. Muslims, we rejoice, hope, and pray to God to bring relief to our hearts with a near victory and the complete destruction of this Jewish army. Victory may not be near, and ultimately it is from God. However, we will not surrender, stop, or give up even if victory hasn't come. The Muslims are doing this for the sake of God, to raise the word of monotheism. Not because this is the Arab cause or because this is Palestinian. Am I Palestinian? No, because it's Islam. The cause is Islam. I mean, maybe I'll grow up and die, then my son will come grow up and die, then his son will come grow up and die, and until now, Palestine is still occupied. We won't stop. The result doesn't really matter to us. We do what we have to do, but everything is in God's hands. The problem is that some people wish for Palestine to be liberated, even if it's at the hands of polytheists, like the Shia. They believe that liberation is more important than who does the liberating, even if it goes against their religious beliefs. Shia mixed with Sufis, all of them are polytheists, and they liberated Palestine, expelled the Jews, and occupied it. There's no difference, you see, logically, because honestly, this is an Arab. There's no difference whether your ruler is Arab or non-Arab. If he's a disbeliever, it doesn't matter anymore. In the end, be proud of your Islam and defend Islam with the truth, and defend any Muslim no matter what his nationality is. Don't be biased, don't be fanatical, and don't be prejudiced toward a certain nationality. In the end, you are just a Muslim. I pray that Allah accepts this work as good deeds for all Muslims, living and deceased, and makes it an ongoing charity for us all. Peace be upon you, and Allah's mercy and blessings.